Yeah, we've still got plenty of birds down here. As you see in most of the videos of mine, you either see them or you hear them. We've got the owls, the woodpeckers, the little finches everywhere, little robin redbreasts. They're beautiful little things. All of them are, folks. And all of them have a right to exist. And the point to that cannot be fucking missed, because we are the same. Yeah, we have a right to exist. Yeah, not to be exterminated at the fucking whim of some World Economic Forum cartel bastard, folks. Come on, kid. Come on. Now there's like 100 of us on this little site where we live here in the middle of fucking nowhere, really. And most of us have a dog. Yeah. And then there are about 10 of us that have 2 dogs. And these two, since they came here, are now the fittest dogs here. And we were talking to someone else again yesterday, and she was walking minus a dog. And Debbie said, "Here, pull up, ask her where her dog is." I won't mention her name. So we pulled in, asked her where her dog was, and she said, "Oh, I had to have it put to sleep last week. It got what they're describing as a turbo cancer. And basically this cancerous tumour on its liver had burst whilst out walking. It collapsed. She phoned her husband, got it to the vets, and they basically just explained what was what and put it to sleep." And that's not an isolated incident. Since we came here, people have come here with healthy dogs and they register at the local vets. Yeah, right lad, hang on, car coming. And straight away the vets have got them on all these protocols of every so often getting jabbed, stabbed with these fucking chemicals. Hang on, car coming. And they're having this protocol squeezed on the neck, which then gets through the subcutaneous layers to get rid of the parasites in the stomach. Now have a think about that, folks. Yep. So they give you a dewormer that goes on the neck, or an anti-parasitic that's just basically squeezed on the neck. And then for like 3 months they're telling these people their pets are immune or will be immune to these parasitics, yeah? So for 3 months you're poisoning your pet's system, folks. These little pepits that you squeeze on your neck, or the vet squeezes on the neck. The shit that you're ordering off the internet that tells you it's fucking safe when it's not. I mean, you've got to remember that when these folks tell you this stuff is safe, it is, until you use it. It's like alcohol is totally 100% fucking safe until you use and abuse it, folks. You don't feel the effects of anything until you use it, and that's how they get away with a lot of this fucking poisoning. Oh, it's safe, yeah. And then in a medicated dose, these little pepits have got to be carefully measured for the size of the pet. We have a daughter that has a little tiny dog. And when she got the dog, I told her to avoid all this, to avoid keep going to the vets to do this, that and the other thing, yeah? And within, I think it was about 2 months of getting this dog, she got the pepits from the vet. She took and had him vaccinated, and she wasn't sure about his vaccination history, so they decided to vaccinate him anyway, just in case. So that could have been over vaccination had he been vaccinated when she got him, and chances are he fucking was. But they said best to be safe than sorry, so we'll give him a shot. Then she had the microchip put in. And this little dog started, then they sold her this anti-parasitic that you squeeze on his neck, which I'd warned her against. because it causes all kinds of neurological problems, causes fits, causes degeneration, fucking brain problems, because it stays in the system for 3 months, folks. Yeah, you're poisoning your dog's system for 3 months. You're not just poisoning a parasitic, you've got to be poisoning your dog's blood. Yeah, because to get to these parasitics, especially in the fucking stomach and what have we, yeah, this stuff has got to go through the subcutaneous tissue, squeeze it on the neck, yeah, and then the next minute it's in the digestive system and all the rest of it, in the blood system, to kill these parasitics, folks. Have a think about that. Right, so if it's killing these parasites, then what is it doing to your pet? You need to think very fucking carefully before you ever use these things again. Anyway, cut a long story short, she phoned us one night and she said, what am I going to do about the dog? He's fitting on the floor. So straight away I said to Jade, well, what's happened? And she said, nothing, I just gave him this stuff on the neck yesterday. And now he's fitting. And I think he fitted for a few minutes and then it stopped. So then I explained to her again about the use of this stuff and how I'd fucking warned her. And I asked her to explain what she'd done, and she'd basically, instead of, you know, giving him the medicated dose for his size, she squeezed a fucking lot on his neck. So that's him poisoned into his system. And he now has recurring fits, which this stuff is known to cause epilepsy, folks. But anyway, back to the neighbours on here. So we have about 100 neighbours now. Quite a few of us have 2 dogs. Most of us have 1 dog. And these are the only fucking 2 dogs that don't go anywhere near the vets. They don't get vaccinated. They don't get anything squeezed on them. The only thing these 2 have is high quality Chondromax and glucosamine for the bones and stuff. They have the vitamin B17, which they've taken since being puppies every day. And a good healthy fucking diet, folks. And lots of exercise, as people have seen over the past 9 years I've had them both. But most of the dogs, you wouldn't believe how many dogs on our site have got cancerous lumps, cancerous tumours, have got problems with their eyesight now, and they've got what the vets are calling, oh God, what's the word now? Come on, zoom in and zoom out properly. The vets are putting it all down to environmental issues, and everyone here is at the vets constantly, every couple of weeks, every 3 months. The dogs are getting fucking shot up as often as possible. They're getting injections of antibiotics for the slightest fucking thing. You can't take your dog into the vets now to have its toenails fucking clipped without them giving it an antibiotic shot. It's that fucking stupid. And a lot of the dogs around here are ill. No one's walking them, as you see now. You don't see me fucking filming any. You don't see me passing any. And the majority of the adults that took the fucking sleeve roller up stuff, they just don't walk no more. They used to walk in groups. Sometimes I'd leave the dogs at home and go on these walks with them. That's all stopped. Since 2021, all of it stopped. No one walks anymore. They're all indoors all the time, complaining that they've got long this. They're suffering from long you know what. Scamvid. Vets are telling them they've got this fucking long scamvid disease. None of them believe anything you fucking tell them, and they all believe it's environmental issues with their dogs. It's just the environment we're in, and they don't blame the vets for any of it. You talk to them about over-vaccination, and they look at me as if I'm stupid. Well, you talk to a vet about over-vaccination, yeah, they won't over-vaccinate their fucking pets. All I'm for me is preserving all life, every single living thing that has a right to exist, folks. And the point to this video, whether you like it or not, cannot be missed. And with that shot, okay, G, let's go see if we can see chickens. Lad, come here. Now we're going on the road, lad. Come here. So, we've got to clip you on now. Come here. Don't wander off, lad. Right, hang on, Ella. And like I said, we've still got a copious amount of birds down here, as you can hear. Lots and lots of people all over the world are telling me that where these Gwen towers, the cell towers, and all this other street furniture, and all along the motorways and that, no birds at all. The birds have gone, the birds are dead, the birds are dropping out the fucking sky. The birds are getting all these Wi-Fi related diseases, folks. So the chickens are here in the garden here. We're going a bit closer to the fence to see if we can film them. So we've got one near the van there. There they are. Clucking. You've got to love them. You've got to love them. Two. Yep. So just think carefully, folks. Do your research. These are neurotoxic things you're giving your dogs and having injected in them, squeezing on them. Neurotoxic, excitotoxic, causing neurological problems like epilepsy. Even autism in dogs. ADHD. Dogs are now being diagnosed with ADHD. You know, when I was growing up, these things didn't happen. I was talking to a woman in one of the supermarkets with Debbie the other day, and we were talking about dogs. And she knew about over-vaccination. And she said, my dog is 14 now. My dog's never had anything, never been to the vets. And her dog has lived on human food. She doesn't even purchase pet foods for it of any description. It gets what she eats and what her husband eats. And the slops off at the end of meals, it gets to lick the fucking plates clean, the platter, whatever you call it. And it's as fit as a fiddle, she said. Still goes on hourly walks. Just have a think, folks. Right, let's get home.